Good morning, everybody. This is Mark Lambert of the Theta's Pendulum Google Trading Group. It's about 10:45 in the morning on July 28th, and I just want to go over yesterday's action and kind of recap a little bit of the other previous videos that I put out with the basically dealing with the S&P 500 and where myself and Tony think it is in the structure and so on. And I'm just going to bring this up. I'm going to bring this up to yesterday's action really quick. As far as Elliott wave goes, a long-term count is still that we are in a fifth wave right now, with the larger degree turns having been wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and now we're inside of 5. I believe we've also done waves 1, 2, and 3 inside of 5, and now where I think we are is in a triangle that started back on February 18th of this year, 2011. I'm going to take another chart right now and just kind of bring that in a little bit closer. Take a look at this one more time here. Take a look at the intraday action since February 18th, which I believe has been adhering to a triangle. Since the 18th, we did a 5-wave move down. Actually, this was a 9-wave move down when you fractal it down a little bit. But it can also be perceived as a 5-wave move, so which is fine. We did an A, B, C, D, E. Did another triangle with inside of that, which alerted us that there's only one more leg down. It did a 5-wave sequence, moving down, bottomed. So when you take a look at it in the structure, we've had an A, B, C forming a larger wave A. Then we did another A, B, C, also forming another larger wave B. And this one right here, because it is the top, it's been throwing a lot of people off, and it also made me have some doubts also. But the only reason why I keep coming back to the fact that I do believe this is only wave B is the fact if this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-wave sequence, then wave 4 overlapped into wave 1, which is something that we do not want to see. It overlapped on both the futures market and also the cash market, which is what I'm looking at now. But you do see the overall look of a 3-wave sequence, another 3-wave sequence, and then we did another smaller wave A, B, C. When you take a look at it again, it's another 3-wave sequence forming a larger wave C inside of a triangle. We did a wave A, B, C, forming also the larger wave D inside of a triangle. And the last time I updated the S&P, I said that this was a possibility of it being a 3-wave move, but I had some doubts, and as a matter of fact, I did believe I stated that I believe the market would support somewhere between, well, what is this level right here, 1295.92, and this level right here, which is 1258.07. Right now with that look, there is a definite possibility, but this right here does look as like it's a 5-wave sequence down. Had an extended 5th wave also in there, and when you take a look at the ESs, which we'll look at in a couple moments, just to kind of show the correlation with how everything's been happening, this looks like it's been a 5-wave move down, a 3-wave move up, and right now I believe we're making another 5-wave move down to form some type of a zigzag pattern. Hopefully it'll stop at 5 waves, because who knows, maybe this could extend and do some other type of pattern with it, but this should call the end of the triangle at this point in time. With the horrific sell-off we also had yesterday, which is typical, most wave C's carry the same market internals as a wave 3. So as you can see, even just looking at this, I mean, it's AB, then you have a C wave, which, I mean, it had a very steep drive. Hey, take a look also at this C wave, which also had a very sharp drop yesterday. And just go back and look, and you'll see most wave C's usually carry some pretty strong moves, whether it's negative or positive. But right now as it is, I do believe we've done waves 1, 2, 3. We're probably still in 3 right now, but I do believe that 3 is done. And right now we're probably going to form a wave 4 over the next day and possibly bottom sometime tomorrow. I'm also using some of Tony's analysis, which he did call the bottom to the day. On this bottom right here, using a synodic cycles of, I believe, Earth, Venus, and Mars. and is also looking for another bottom again sometime tomorrow, which would coincide very well with the Elliott wave count, which that bottom should happen probably on the 29th. With it being on the 29th, I'd say it's probably, there's no doubt it could spill over into Monday a little bit, but this is definitely giving us an area when you're looking at wave count, and you're also looking at the timing where this could bottom by tomorrow, tomorrow or Monday, I'd say anyway. But so we're gonna play it. It's a high probability trade, which is the only thing we can look at. So it's a probability. Nothing's ever for certain, and we'll see how this all plays out. Right now, I want to go over to the ESs. Oops, wrong chart. There we go. That's what I'm looking at right now. Right now, this is the ESs, which is also showing that last, what I believe may be ABC. And as you can tell, also when you do take a look at the ESs, if you take a look at it, you get 1, 2, possibly wave 3, 4, 5. And when you take a Fibonacci projection also of those waves, where I measure wave 1, superimpose that onto the top of wave 4. I'm sorry, not wave 1. One of the Fibonacci relationships we want to look at sometimes waves 1 through 3. Superimpose that onto the top of wave 4. You can see that the ES is bottomed perfectly on a 61.8 Fibonacci projection, which is also giving us another strong area to start looking at it. And also, when this happened, it was also when Tony was looking at the Earth, Mars, Venus synodic cycles to basically tell us that timing was coming in for another bottom. So, which is something that's really good, putting all this stuff together, which we are going to be doing a seminar, I believe on August 7th, on using cycle work to also add to the confluence of some of the trades. But right now, as it is, with the look of this is possibly wave A, a wave B, and a wave C, one of the things I want to strike is the length of wave A and superimpose it onto wave B, which is this red Fibonacci projection that I have right now. And the fact that it's made a small poke under the 81 is usually foretelling to the fact that it is going to go and poke back down below it again. Also, with inside of this, I would take a look at this as being wave 1, a wave 2, and then now possibly what we're looking for is this could be the bottom of wave 3 at this point yesterday, or this point right here. So right now I do believe we're moving into a wave 4. With that, it's going to leave us waves 4 and 5 that need to basically play out over the next day or so. This could be the first leg. This could be A inside of 4, but we're looking for a little bit of sideways to maybe up or choppy action, and then another drive down, which could actually very well go hit this either this 200 or this 100 to terminate this wave. And at that point in time, then, that there's really no other way I can look at the long-term look as not having a completed triangle at this point in time. These are the projections I'm looking at right now on an hourly time scale. Obviously, when I do trade during the daytime sometimes, whether if I'm scalping or something like that, I mean, I get down to tick charts and I start pulling fibs basically on every single internal wave that is forming, and take my trades off of that. But anyways, that's what we're looking at right now with the S&P 500. I think both me and Tony are both of the belief that the S&P 500 will now probably enter in its last terminal leg, go form a new high, and then from there, then we should have a long-term correction that's going to correct the whole move that we've had, basically, that started back here, because this would be a 5-wave sequence at this point in time. And then with that 5-wave sequence being complete, now we're going to have to see some type of correction or 3-wave sequence to move back. And as it starts to form, we'll be able to start, shooting longer-term projections, looking to find the bottom of that wave at that point in time. But anyways, this is just the way I'm looking at it, just using Elliott wave. You know, it's like everybody has different opinions and so on, which is fine. That since I am an intraday and a short-term swing trader, really doesn't matter to me all that much, which, it's like I've developed a style that works for me at this point in time. So just take this with a grain of salt, watch the market. I already told you the 2 levels where I do believe it's going to support on the S&P 500. Start watching for support around that and a completed wave structure. Possibly pulling fibs on the ESs, which seem to work very, very well, as you can see. Also intraday, yeah, I mean, I could probably pull 30 fibs in a day and find like relationships that are working, but I mean, it's just going to make it work to your time scale. So anyways, we hope we see you at the seminar that we're going to have on the 7th, dealing with using heliocentric, synodic, and I guess sidereal cycles to add timing to actually looking at the wave mechanics as we see them unfolding. So that when you do see coinciding of both analysis lining up, usually it's a strong area where should have support or resistance, and allowing you to take other trades. Anyways, I wish everybody a great day. Like I said, this is Mark Lambert, partners with Anthony Marino with the Theta's Pendulum Trading Group on Google, and it's the 28th of July. We're looking for a bottom possibly on the 29th, being close to the weekend. It could actually bottom overnight on Sunday, but either way, it gives us an area to start looking for a completed wave structure and timing at the same time. So God bless, and good trading to everybody, and we'll get back to you soon enough.